And I will show you here an example of an environment that is here a Kurmi environment. So right now, I'm a global administrator of a company. And as I was saying, we have prepared a migration from one technology, Avaya, to Microsoft. Here as a global administrator, I can see different elements. So I can see here that I have 40 users already created, 22 users pending to create, but I can see that my users are splitted across different regions. So I have the American region, EMEA region, APAC also region, and all of these users, even if they are on different clusters, are managed with one single tool, one single pane of glass. And in fact, if I scroll down a little bit, you will see here that I'm not only using two technologies, I'm connected to more than that. I also here I'm connected to Cisco on-prem environment and WebEx on top of Avaya and Microsoft. The way we manage users is using users personas. So what you see here is the repartition of users according to their profile. The profile is a way for us to easily define what will be the services we will activate for you. So for example, here, I can see that I have 10 users on Avaya and 11 users on Microsoft. And this Avaya basic profile is a way for me to automate all the configuration I need for a given type of users. You can, of course, configure and customize the name. It's just a demo environment, and we will help you to do that. But with that said, I will show you here a migration of one user from Avaya to Microsoft. And for that, I will use here the button to manage a user. So I will search for a given user. I have one I prepared today for the migration, which is Emily, really French name. Emily is a French user, and she's located in Paris, of course. Here you can see that Emily has a number and she has a couple of Avaya services activated. All these services depend on the profile I was mentioning or the user personas. In this user personas, I can see that she has a station, she also has a line, and she can have also some additional services like EC500 and group. She can have additional like any services if it's part of the profile. But what we want to achieve is that we want to move her from Avaya to Microsoft. And I want to do that smoothly as an administrator, and I don't want to go to any other system than the system I'm using right now. How I can do that, it will be really simple. It will be using the modify button over there. So if I start the move here, I will change here the user from the package Avaya to Microsoft. And when I will select this new package, you will see that now we have here a form that is dynamic, and this form will ask some simple questions. Of course, we can also customize other information, like I can move her to the different departments, but that's not the case for the demonstration today. Today, I'm moving her to Microsoft, and I choose here to ask some simple question like, okay, you're moving Emily. Maybe here you will assign different type of license. I know she has some voice, so I will automatically position the voice license, but maybe here there is a different type of license you want for her. For me, because I didn't know, I asked the question. Of course, if that could be automated, you don't need to ask the question. So this could be hidden and this could be automatically completed because you don't have to change licenses. I just wanted to show you that for the demo because we can do that for any field. And same for the phone number. You see here, I'm automatically populating a phone number, but if you want to change this phone number, you can use the pop-up window over there where you will have a graphical view of what are the available phone numbers for Microsoft in this location. And this is here really easy to understand. Red numbers are used, gray numbers are reserved, and all the green numbers are available. So if you want to pick a different one, you can of course pick a different number. If you want to provide additional services, or if you knew that Emily was part of a hand group or pickup group, or she had like maybe like EC500, other services can be activated by default. Again, that will depend on your configuration. In my case, I only choose to enable the voice capability and collaboration capability on Microsoft, but that could be additional services. At this stage, if I hit the apply button, it will migrate the user. If you want, and if you need to, And I think that's something that will be really interesting for you in case of migration or in case of planning in advance your migration. You can also schedule the operation. So if you want, and if you know that this user or these bundles of users needs to be migrated over the weekend and not now, you can plan the operation and you can schedule the operation at a specific time. We'll not do that for the demo today. I will do immediately. But when you here hit the apply button, you will see that now Kurmi is performing the migration, and I have two messages that just appear on my screen. The first one is saying me that there is an asynchronous operation going on, and second one is saying that the modification has been done completely. If I look at Emily's screen now, it's slightly different. First, she has a voice package on Microsoft 365, and services listed below are only related to Microsoft. Nothing more like related to Avaya. Why is that? It's actually because we moved this user from Avaya to Microsoft, but at the same time, we deleted all services. And all I can prove that it's using the ticket of operation. So if I click on the ticket of operation, within Kurmi, we are listing all the information of the migration. So every change you will do will be listed with a ticket as a unique ID number. And also here, you can see who is performing the operation and when it has been done. But the most interesting part is below. Here you see that I did a simple change. I modified the package of Emily from Avaya Basic to Microsoft 365 Voice. And that's the only change I really did, in fact. I didn't click anywhere else. But this change had a lot of impact. And as you can see, because I did that, I deleted all the configuration on Avaya, all the communication profile set, all the station, everything that was related to Emily on Avaya was automatically deleted. And that's one of the advantage here of using Kurmi connected to both environments is that because we are aware of everything on-prem and everything in the cloud, we can handle this type of migration here, where we can help you to do like smooth and progressive migration, or maybe like transition over the time, where you are like managing multiple environments. If I go back here, you just see here like a migration of one user, okay? Of course, if you want to perform bulk operation of users, you can, instead of accessing to one user, access to the global list of users discovered across all your environment, okay? Not only one cluster, but multiple cluster on multiple technology. And you can here filter the user for specific type of profile, specific location. And from here, you can say like, I want to migrate all users from using Avaya on a specific location, like Berlin or New York City. I can select and filter all of them and trigger the migration the same way as I did for one user. I can select multiple users and start the modification from here. So you can create batch of user migration also for sites. And this is not only for users, but all their services, as you may understood. So this was here the first use case of migration. And in this use case, we can migrate from many different technology. But in this use case, we will need to have Kurmi configured and connected to all your different ecosystem. So this will allow you to have a really smooth transition, and this will allow you to have a provisioning tool and a migration tool that will continue over the time, even after all users are migrated, or maybe even because you will decide to keep an hybrid environment, you will have one single pane of glass to manage them all.